of this old jelly print that I did that I didn't like. I'm going to see what I can do with that and see if I can make it a bit more palatable. So, I've got some white paint here, which I'm going to have a go at toning down some of those colours. So that's a bit of the pink, a bit of the blue maybe. I'm just making, I don't know if you can see, probably not on my board. I'm just putting some blobs of paint on my board up here, some white and pink, and I'm just using my finger to mix it because why not? So I'm just going to, I suppose I could use a brush, couldn't I? But why use a brush? I would say because you've got to wash a brush, but I will have to wash my finger obviously. Okay, that's the pink. Let's have a go at some blue. Just thought putting some lighter tones on this might just sort of help. I might end up going in with some white as well. I mean, it wasn't hideous, but I was not sure how I was going to be able to use it, put it that way. Still not 100% sure. Not sure what's not working for me, but something's not working. Bit too much red and orange. Maybe it's a bit too busy, just in general. I actually quite like putting the white over the top of it all. Just having tiny, tiny amounts of colour. Maybe it's that yellow. I'm not awfully keen on that. Right, this one might be better. I think it's the fluorescent yellow that's bugging me. This yellow is just Hobbycraft yellow, I think. Primary yellow, yeah. That's a nicer yellow, isn't it? I'm not a massive fan of fluorescent colours, but right, prefer that. Still looking a bit messy and a bit of a, it needs some doodling, do you think, folks, or something? It needs something on it. Some stamping and maybe a bit of doodling. Not sure. Right, let me dry that and we'll see. Alright, I think I'm going to go in with a bit of red. This may be the wrong thing to do. I'm going to use this stencil. I don't really know what part of it I'm going to use, that's all. It's so lovely. There's so many different elements to it. but I don't want tons. Let's just have some spotty bits. Let's have some spotty bits here, on there. And some more on there. Okay, that's not too bad. Now, I feel like I'm going to ruin this, so let's just go for it. Right, I've got some blue. I'm going to go for some of the bigger elements over here. Something like that. Well, I think already it looks better with the stenciling, personally. Just looking at the stencil and looking at where I can go, whether or not to introduce another colour. Maybe we'll use the pink. But what shall we put on? I like those arrows, like that. I wonder if we can do something with them. I'm probably going to get a bit more than the arrows because I can't contain it. Keep seeing bits I've missed. So we've got a circle with some arrows in. I think I might use that in the pink as well, over that large blob of white. Let's try and contain it in there. I don't think I'll be able to. I suppose I could have used a brush. That would help. There we go. I think I've put too much water on the brush now. Well, doesn't look like an arrow. Oh, it does a bit like an arrow, but yes. Oh well, it will do. Might just pop a little bit. I really would rather have it that way around because I think the arrow looks better that way. Don't know what that lumpy bit is. don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Right, I'm going to let that dry for a minute. I'm going to clean my stencil and I'll be back. Right, we are dry. That is crying out for some black ink. And I'm going to my go-to stamps. I always go to the same ones, but you know, if you like them, which I do, I'm going to use, now I know this isn't going to fit on here. I've got at least 2 blocks which are big enough, but I'm not fussed. It's only for texture. I don't know how much of it I'm going to use anyway. She says putting the whole thing down. I quite like that. I'll just have a little bit like that, I think. Right. So this has got some writing on it, so I might not use my script stamp for a change. I might. I always use my postage stamp, post cancellation ones, because I love them. Let's have that one for a change. Try something different for a change. What shall we have? I don't even know. I don't think I've even used some of these. Let's have a look and see what that does. Some of them are not very good, so I will just test it out and see. That's not too bad. Just stick that. Oops, on there. Not the clearest of stamps, but not going to worry about that. Now, let's just leave that at that for a minute. We can always come back and add more. I thought I would add a bit of either, it depends whether I can get on with these, my wood is. Or I've got just my Prisma colours, I might use those. It's a bit chunky, that's all, and I've tried sharpening it and it just spins around in the sharpener. It'll sharpen this bit, but it won't sharpen this bit. I suppose I could use a penknife on it. I want a pale pink, but I don't think it will do very much. Oops. I could do with, actually this pen is good, but it's running out. It sort of draws on anything. Just wondering what else to add or not to add. I quite like it as it is. It is quite busy, but you know, I quite like that. And we could go for a border. We could. I think I'll just leave it as it is. Let's just tell you what we'll do. We'll go around it in black and see what it looks like. Have I got a black Sharpie? I missed most of that. That's better. Okay, the postcard's gone a little bit curly where it's been drying. I can flatten it easily enough, but I wasn't catching the edge with my pen, that's all. Yeah, that looks a bit neater, doesn't it? And I might go around it with some black, I think I will actually, some black soot. But do we need anything more on there? I feel like some splashes could be nice. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Can't go wrong with a bit of black and white splashing, can you? You're all going, yes you can, stop now. Where is my white? Here. Naughty Stephanie, I hadn't put the lid on it. I'll do the white one first, I think. Just got white paint and black paint and my paintbrush. There. And move it around because I'm better off splashing in one direction, but I don't like all the bits, you know, the drips in one direction, so let's do that. And now let's ruin it with some black. Too much, but I do want some up there. Go on up there. Why will you not go where I want you to go? Oh, I quite like that. I think, oops, I need to put that in my tea. I think I'm going to stop there. I'm going to let that dry and I'm just going to ink around the edges a bit, and I think I'm quite happy with that. Certainly better than how it left the jelly plate anyway. So it kind of goes to show that even if you've created something that you don't like, you can do something with it. You don't have to go back on the jelly plate even. Oops, let me just get rid of some of this black paint. That'll do. Yeah. What do you think? It's not awful. I'm going to let it dry, put some ink around the edge, and then I'll be back. Right, so I'm going to call that finished. I've just gone around the outside in a little bit of black soot, not too much, and yeah, I think that's elevated it. I don't dislike it. I'm quite happy with that. I've done my usual. I definitely think the postcard goes that way rather than that way because the numbers are upside down that way, but so I mean the back's a bit messy anyway, so I'd probably mount that on another bit of card or something. But yeah, there you go. One failed jelly plate print into something less of a fail. I think I'll leave it at that. All right, thanks for watching folks, and have a good weekend. See you soon. Bye for now.